from the Timber TV studios, this is Timber Talk. Here is Brady Goldman and Sawyer Regan.
Hello and welcome back to the show. I'm Sawyer Regan.
And I'm Brady Goldman.
We had many games across the past week, so we'll start on the hardwood. The boys basketball team had 2 games last week after their impressive 5-1 start. They traveled to Wellesley on Tuesday to take on the 1-5 Raiders. However, to the dismay of many, Walpole couldn't get it done against the Raiders this time, losing 71-66. They would then have the misfortune of then having to go up north to play a very tough Brookline team. Despite a great effort, the boys would lose 69-54. This would mark the first time the team put up back-to-back losses of this year. That brings us to a pretty big game between the North High Polar Bears and the Walpole Timberwolves. North High has historically been an excellent team. They won the Division I state championship back in 2023, but since then, they have not been the same, going 4-15 last year and are currently 3-3 in 2026, coming off a 28-point loss to Millbury. On paper, this should be a very winnable game for the Timberwolves as they try to break their 2-game skid. Brady and I will be on the call tonight in what should be the last time this building is used for basketball, as the new gym is set to open this Friday night. The MIAA Power Rankings come out for the first time on Friday, and Walpole was placed at number 19 in the initial placement. Looking ahead, the Timberwolves will also play 0-7 Weymouth on the road on Tuesday with hopes of getting back on track.
The girls on the other side were more successful last week. Bella Bingham on Tuesday did something that not many Walpole players have done in the past. She would score her 1,000th point on this layup right here to a standing ovation from both sides at the Wellesley Gymnasium. She is the first Timberwolf to surpass 1,000 since Izzy Adams in 2024, as Walpole cruised to a 65-38 blowout of Wellesley. Then on Friday night, Walpole hosted the 4-3 Brookline Warriors, and to put it nicely, the Timberwolves embarrassed them in the gym. The Warriors, plain and simply, could not hang on to the basketball, and Walpole benefited off of many turnovers. Brookline came into the fourth quarter with just 21 points, as Walpole would down them 55-30, an absolute blowout. 3 Walpole players dropped double figures Friday night. Bella Bingham led the way with 14, and juniors Katie McDonald and Emily Mulgrew each had 11. Walpole dominated their week, winning both games by a combined score of 120-68. This will bring us to a massive game on Friday night. The Timberwolves will battle a very strong Womps team. Braintree got the better of Walpole last year, winning both matchups. However, it's going to be a very different situation with a rocking environment inside our much-anticipated opening of the WHS Fieldhouse. Braintree and Walpole both are currently 5-2, so this will be a huge one. Owen and I will be on the call, so make sure you tune in. The team is currently ranked number 8 in the first rankings of the MIAA season. The Timberwolves will also play the 0-6 Weymouth Wildcats on Tuesday.
Switching to the ice, Walpole had 2 games last week on Wednesday and Saturday. On Wednesday, the Timberwolves make the trek up to the Boston Sports Institute in Wellesley to face the Raiders on the skates. Shane O'Donnell and Aiden Hoyle both scored in this one, as the Timberwolves would play into overtime. Despite strong performances, Wellesley would win in the extra period 3-2, making Walpole 0-2 in overtime games this year. They then would play Brookline on Saturday, where they would quickly get up to a 4-0 lead and would never relinquish it, winning 4-2. Michael Connors, Anthony Vitale, Danny Morris, and Ryan Jackson each scored a goal, with another strong performance for Michael Roof in net. The boys end their week with an overtime loss in Wellesley and a gutsy win in Brookline. Walpole is currently number 14 in the MIAA Power Rankings. They will play a strong 5-2 Weymouth team this Wednesday at the Caddy.
The girls hockey team started the week 1-4-1 and desperately needed some momentum to get their season running. Well, they did just that with huge 4-3 wins over Wellesley and Brookline. Against Wellesley, Kate Schneider scored 2 goals along with Caroline Sullivan and Ava Karakalitis, adding one of their own. Then against Brookline, the Timberwolves were able to come from behind against the Warriors with goals from Karakalitis, Walsh, Kelly, and Schneider. The Lady Tims went 2-0 on the week with 2 nice-looking victories against strong opponents. The girls are currently ranked number 25 in Division II with lots of improvement on the horizon. Walpole will play Weymouth and Whitman Hanson on the road this week. In the middle of all of this, Kate Schneider was also named Division I Player of the Year by the Boston Globe for her efforts in field hockey. A big congratulations to her as she will continue to pursue the sport at Babson College next year.
Last Thursday, the boys track team beat Braintree with a score of 64.66 to 35.33. Standout performances include Jake Stenstrom as he won both the 55-meter hurdles and the long jump, and Arnold Abora-Mensah as he won the 55-meter dash and was second in long jump, while also helping contribute to a winning 4x200-meter relay. The boys then carried that momentum into Sunday as they visited the New Balance track for the first time this year at the Nor'easter Invitational. Several medals were also seen, such as Joe Carter getting 5th in the 55-meter dash with a time of 6.69, and Luke Zahurik getting 2nd in the 1,000 with a time of 2:35.68.
And with that, that's going to finish our show this week. I'm Brady Goldman.
And I'm Sawyer Regan.
So long from the Timber TV studios. We'll be back next week for recaps and highlights of the winter season.